Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Matt K, and I want to welcome you to Comic Talk Week 8. Now, this week we're going to be trying our new and hopefully final format where either myself, Cube, or Bob Cheesy do individual comic talks with individual comics. This saves us time on getting these videos out, and it saves you guys some time from not having to watch an hour-long podcast. So I'm going to go and get started here with Invincible Iron Man number 1. Now, this features a new hero, Riri Williams as Ironheart, and it's by Brian Michael Bendis, Stefano Caselli, and Moret Garcia. Just jumping into this, who is Riri Williams? She's basically a character that was introduced in the last Invincible Iron Man, kind of as a prodigy that was able to build her own Iron Man armor without, copying any of Tony Stark's technology. So this new comic book is about her. And when we look into the issue here, it starts off with a flashback with her parents talking to her principal, basically saying she's bored, she's a special snowflake, whatnot, and you guys should try and challenge her. Jump back to present day, we find Riri in Cheyenne, Wyoming, fighting what looks to be a beast, where she uses, is that 0 point energy? Where have I heard that before?
0 point energy. Yeah, I save the best inventions for myself.
Nah. Anyway, she captures the first one, and then a giant horde of monsters come out, and what looks to be our villain of the issue, Animax, steps out of the school. Basically, she takes down some monsters, and she's asking her AI, hey, who is this person? And we're finding out that her AI kind of sucks. We jump back to Chicago 5 years ago, where we see her kind of building something. She seems bored, she seems kind of angry at her mom, and we get this girl coming over asking her what it is, and this is basically an introduction to her best friend Natalie, who plays an interesting part in this story later on. Once again, another jump forward to present day where she's fighting Animax, and we find out she's actually a mutant, and her power allows her to create genetic monsters out of her own DNA extract. Now that's pretty cool. Like, She might just be a one-shot villain. We might just see her in this issue and she never comes back again, but I gotta admit, I wouldn't mind seeing more of this villain, maybe even turn into a hero. I mean, genetic monsters out of her own DNA, that's a pretty neat power. We basically find out she fought the Champions, she's fought the X-Men. Personally, I've never seen her around before, this is the first time, but you never know. Another flashback to Marquette Park 2 years ago, where we see Riri and her good friend Natalie kind of eating with the family. And now, this is kind of shocking. We get this scene where there apparently is like a shootout, and some people are killed, including her stepdad and her best friend. And I get what Bendis is trying to do, kind of show like an emotional problem for the character, something you can relate to, like kind of root for, like, oh man, she lost her stepdad and her best friend, I feel sorry for her, I want her to be a hero. But I mean, like a shootout? Like, come on. Of all the things he could have picked, the shootout. Not like disease or, I don't know. I thought it was something else. But anyway, we jump back to present day. We get a scene where we see the police are fighting them. The X-Men are now there, including Gold Balls, whose mutant power is to shoot golden balls out of his body. The reason I'm mentioning him is because he's also a main character in one of Bendis' other books, Spider-Man, featuring Miles Morales. So I think there might be a connection there. Maybe Bendis just really likes this character. Who knows? Anyway, Riri ends the fight by launching her gauntlets off her suit, and it literally punches Animax out, and the day is saved. The police kind of look at her like, hey, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. They start shooting at her, and she's just like, get out of my face. The big takeaway from the story is right at the end, where we see a box being delivered to her house, and she opens it, and inside, now there's a big Civil War II like ending spoiler here for those of you guys who don't want to hear this. You still here? Okay. We find out that Tony Stark has recorded his mind essence into kind of like an AI, which will be serving Riri's iron suit. We can only assume. Most likely, though. Basically, now we know that something happened to Tony at the end of Civil War II, for sure, if it wasn't already confirmed in Infamous Iron Man. And we now get a little bit more that this book isn't only just going to be about Riri, but it's going to be about Tony Stark. I don't know, guys. What do you think? You basically read this issue alongside me here. I think this issue could have been skipped. There wasn't much going on, and in the end, that seemed like the biggest takeaway, which they should have honestly opened the issue up with that. But overall, you know, if you liked it, if you like this new breakout Iron Man Legacy character, pick up the issue, you know, try and support the release. If not, I don't blame you. I honestly don't blame you. I feel like this is definitely one of the new, weaker issue ones from Marvel now. But like I said, if you're interested, issue 2 is going to be out December 21st. If you liked our new format, have any questions or comments, just shoot it down below. Be sure to hit that like button, guys, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button too. Until then, I'll see you guys next week.